Guys, deluded, I'm back again now. Sorry for shaking the table there, people. But obviously, we've just seen Argentina be eliminated by France in the World Cup. Fantastic game for the neutrals. It looked like France were going to do their thing at the beginning. Argentina then obviously equalised with a banger from Di Maria, and then it looked like they're going to do their thing. Second half was great for the neutrals, if I'm honest. But we've got to speak about Messi. Now, Messi, for me, regardless of having a World Cup, is the greatest ever. He is the greatest ever. Now, I'm 23. I weren't there to see everybody that's kicked a ball to even make that opinion. But some people are equally. Some people aren't saying it. Some people are. I believe between him and Ronaldo, they are. I mean, I enjoy both of them. I don't enjoy. I'll banter about Ronaldo fans and Messi fans because I believe people support these players a bit too religiously. Just enjoy them and critique them objectively and appreciate what they both stand for and their different journeys. But yeah, for me, Messi's the best. But one thing that will cloud his career in years to come, and people will say it, is the World Cup. Now, he was better than Maradona. Again, I didn't watch Maradona, and if people want to say Maradona's better, then cool. But at the same time, Messi didn't get to have the honours that Maradona did, bringing Argentina World Cup and all them things. And this is when I say you don't, not that it knocks him for me, but this is what I say, in life you can't, in football and definitely in life, you can't have everything. Very few players have no regrets in their careers or have won everything they possibly could. And even if they've won everything on offer to them, if you look at their career, it hasn't all panned out. Like my man Ronaldinho, I love Ronaldinho. Listen, you guys know me, innit? These people that follow me long enough, you know I love Ronaldinho, innit? He's won the World Cup and the Champions League, but how long was his peak? How long was his peak powers? I don't think he has any regrets, but if you were to ask him, would you have liked to be in your peak powers a bit better? You get where I'm going. Gerrard, one of the best to have played in the Prem. No Premier League. DG, one of the most knowledgeable football people that's not signed by no club or employed by no club. Didn't get to be no footballer. Henry didn't get to lift something at Arsenal. Wenger didn't get Champions League. R9 didn't win Champions League. So there's always something he didn't get. And I'm sure many successful people in life, there's something they didn't do. Gary V is completely different, but Gary V, he does a madman in this investment thing. He could have invested in Uber and got some cake. He didn't do it. So there's always going to be doubts. Now, I'm not knocking it. Now, I think Messi played poor today. I do believe he has a contender for assist of the tournament with that lovely second one for Sergio. And obviously, he got the deflected, his shot was deflected off Meccano's technically an assist. I don't believe Messi put in a shift today, considering this could be his last World Cup in I don't want to say peak powers, because Messi is declining to a degree. I say declining by his own standards, because for me, this ain't the 010, maybe 011 one, the grease ball, greasy, wet hair. You know when it was a nighttime fixture and Messi's hair was wet, you know what time it is. For those of you that remember that Madrid versus Barca in the Champions League when he scored, for me, that's the best goal I've seen him score, purely because I remember the game vividly and how it happened. That Messi, it's not there. He still dribbles past, but as you get older, you have to rework. Messi he makes the difference still, but he's always been creative. He's got an eye for a pass, but he is dropping a bit deeper in these things and letting other people be direct, if you get what I'm saying. I'm not even going to talk about the other players because Messi can't win the World Cup alone. He definitely was not winning no World Cup with the amount of standard of players that he was working with this current Argentina side. I mean, on top of that, the poor players, the manager was just doing mad stuff. The players that are of decent ability, like Higuain, they're being anonymous. Or Pavon, he started his game and he didn't impress. But before that, he was calling for him to probably start. The Ballers only played, I'll be amazed if he's played more than 10 minutes at this World Cup. Icardi's in his yard, whatever he's doing with Maxi Lopez, his wife. So there's a bit of madness in it. So I'm never going to get onto him. But it's sad, man. It's sad. Like, he can make the next World Cup. He'll be, what, 34, 35. But you're wishful thinking at that period for him to win that World Cup, because he's not going to be in his peak of his powers. Like, he's going to be a bit like Iniesta, and like Iniesta makes the difference. He's great, but you can't expect Iniesta to pull that Spain side single-handedly by himself. He physically can't do it. He can make the difference, but he can't do it consistently. Messi couldn't do it in his somewhat peak powers now. So imagine when his career is literally winding down. By that period, I'm pretty sure he'll be back playing for Noel's old boys in Argentina or whatever, which he's earmarked to do. It's sad, man. Obviously, 2014, I don't believe he should have won Player of the Tournament, but he got them to the final. And again, players himself and the players let the country down. 06, he got to the quarters. 010, I believe they got to the quarters as well. Maradona was the manager, I'm sure. Obviously, they failed in the last 16 now, and he hasn't scored no knockout goals. I mean, if Mbappe has a fraction of Messi's success in his playing career, he will be amazing. But he's already eclipsed Messi in the sense of knockout goals. He's bagged 2. So that's Messi's legacy on international football. And for me, I mean, I don't like that how the world people move like the world or football owes Messi a World Cup. I don't owe no one nothing. But it's a shame for me that in 10 years or so, there's going to be people like, oh, he never carried this country. He's not a great. And that's a true debate. I'm not, for what it's worth, I do think there's a legit conversation to be had as why Messi couldn't replicate at international level. Of course, even if you let's say I'd say around 010, you know. Argentina have been shit, pardon me. They've been crap, especially defensively. Even if you were to say, if he was to make the Qatar World Cup, it's wishful thinking at best, because Argentina have a good crop of players coming through, young players, but that's 4 years. 4 years is wishful thinking for them to get it right and all of these things. I hope they do for the fans' sake, because the fans are passionate and have been throughout the whole World Cup. But it's deep, man. Like, for me, he's still the best ever. He is the best ever to have kicked a football, and you can't remove that from him. You can't remove that from him, regardless. But he can't pull the team together and by himself, man. I mean, he scored against Nigeria. He got 2 assists today, even though he didn't have his best of games. But what did anyone else do? Di Maria scored in the second half. He improved, but for me, he was anonymous. Obviously, the rest didn't do anything. Sergio come on and he scored, but it's too late for him to do anything of any real note. Bringing on man like Menza and all these things, like, come on, he never had a chance, man. But guys, deluded. Get in the comments, subscribe, and do the rest. I'm out.